Hey everybody, welcome back to the Keat 60 Hotshot Adventures channel. Today is almost the end of September here in Ohio. Weather's starting to get cold. Preventative maintenance. I have propane heating and this is my furnace here in the basement. We're going to be cleaning the blower motor today. We're pulling that big guy out of there, checking the fins, seeing if there's any oil, any places on the motor that we can put like a 3-in-1 oil. So we're going to remove that. This little adapter here is, I have an Ecobee smart thermostat, so that what came in the package. Wired that in about a year or two ago already. Works really good. In my case, when you pull the door off, this cuts the power, so I don't really have to flip any switches. But if you're not sure and you want to kill the power, right on the side of that, I can just follow this pipe along. It goes all the way up. I follow the wires, and that switch right there would kill the power. A couple years ago, I had to replace this motor here. Bearings went out in it. Amazon did for like 20 bucks. Quick, easy install, a few screws, a couple wires. So, let's get this removed out of here. There is a few. It is on rails. And there's a piece of metal in the back that it slipped into. In my case, I don't have to pull out this self-tapping screw. And there's a self-tapping screw there. Undo those two and undo a couple of wires. Have to pop these out of the way so it can slide towards me. Pop off this bulkhead adapter there. It goes to all these wires. And then I'm going to have to take off these 3 wires here. That goes to all of this. How do you remember that? Take pictures. Take lots of pictures with your phone. And take your time. Alright, I'm going to go get a socket here. This is probably I'm going to guess a 5/16 socket to get that off. Those couple self-tappers out. Alright, let's go get a socket for that. Alright. Got those 2 screws out. Slid it out of the rails that are on the left or right. So we're just going to vacuum out the dust that's there. Here is the beast. She's surprisingly not too dirty. Looking at the motor here, not seeing anywhere specifically that I can oil it. On what motors that you can usually oil, there's usually like a little yellow cap or some sort of indicator where there's actually a spot you can drip a few squirts of oil in. I'm not seeing on this model of the motor that I can do so. This is an old General Electric. Try and get that. Yeah, she's just caked in. She's just old. Yeah, she's a GE. Assembled in Mexico. I don't know if it's going to focus. Anyways, well, I'm going to go ahead and get, just note that when you're cleaning, when you're going through cleaning these fins, see if I can find one that's easy to show. Anyways, there's these little weights. I saw one down here. Let's see if we can't focus. There's these like little pieces of metal clipped on the fin. Those are weights. It keeps everything in balance. You don't want to knock those off. They're on there pretty good, so you're gonna have to be trying pretty hard to get them knocked off. Saw a couple YouTube videos, and in comparison to some videos, this fan is relatively clean, actually. Means I've been doing a good job, and I've got a decent filter quality I've been using. Alright, I'm going to take 5 minutes real quick and get this vacuumed off. Okay, that took a lot more than 5 minutes. It's not perfect by any means. Probably missed a couple bleeds in there. Just a couple. But anyways, so yep, I mean, cleaning tool, I just use this little brush. Kind of got it down in there and just loosened up the dirt. Vacuumed it off with the vacuum. Just, you can use whatever tool you want to loosen up the dirt. Toothbrush is probably your best bet. But I didn't have an extra toothbrush. So let's go ahead and get this beast back in its home. Alright, well, we slid her back in there. Like I said, there's this rail slides into this little groove up here. Let's wrestle it in there. There's one on both sides. Can't really see it on that side too well. Alright, so we got these ground wires hooked back up. Alright. And this is the main box wires here. Let's hook up the black one. Goes down here next to all these black ones. Alright, this white one. There's a spot below all those other white ones. Down in here. Got that one. Alright, let's sort out. There's that white wire. Here's the green wire. And here's the red wire. In my case, there's a labeling on the side. Red to R. White to white. And, you guessed it, green to green. Here we go. Alright, sorry about that. Had to go consult my photos, make sure I had everything hooked up and I wasn't missing anything. Last thing you want to do is turn it on and be like, huh, nothing's working. I don't know what happened. And then the bulkhead connector is pinned so it can only go in one way anyways. Get this up here. There it goes. Wiggle it. Sorry about that. Give it a wiggle. Get it up there. Make sure the tabs seem like they might. Mine is, 50 years old here, so it doesn't like give you a positive click or anything. It's just kind of in there. Okay. In my case, I did end up going ahead and just flipping off my switch. Flip that back on. Move my light here. Oops. There we go. And then when you put your door on, it pushes this button. And look at that. Solid red light is what you want. In my case, that's what I want. A nice solid red light. I'll go out now because I'll unhook it. Alright, let's get these doors on. And this thing is ready to go for the rest of the season. And for a couple of years, I don't clean this every year. It's probably the first year I've cleaned it in the 5 years that I've owned this house. So it's not something that you have to add to like a yearly task or anything. Just occasionally check it. Doesn't hurt, some preventative maintenance. Difficulty wise, I'd probably say this is about a 3-bear difficulty. Not too bad. Definitely a lot easier than working on the old Ford 6.0 though. It's a nice change of scenery. Alright guys, I'm gonna get these doors on. Alright, and there you have it. The doors are on. If yours is anything like mine, being super old and these dumb ridiculous little plastic clips break, I just took some self-tappers, screwed them in. It's not that big of a deal. And if you look through the peephole here, in my case kind of like down and to the right, I don't think I'm going to be able to... Yep, you can see the nice steady red light. Means normal operation, at least on this model. I would assume most models that would mean good. Okay. Well, everyone have a good night. Keith from Ohio, working on a furnace. Alright, one last thing. If you have an Ecobee thermostat, after you've gone through and hooked all your wires back up after you've cleaned it, and it says calibrating, heat, cool, disabled. It's going to say that for 10 to 20 minutes. What it's doing is it's trying to determine what the house temperature is. So I'll just walk away, watch some TV. After 10 or 20 minutes, it's been in this case at least 10 minutes, and you see it literally just went away. Cool thing about video cameras is they can actually see infrared, which is what you're seeing here. That's how it detects motion and temperature and such. Alright everyone, thanks.